Morning everyone, welcome to the channel. Today's mission is to get this Defender style door seal, get it close up on that, fit to a Series 3. This isn't a straight fit, you can force it on there, but it's not, it doesn't look right. But these are advertised as a Defender stroke Series 3 door seal, but they're not, they're Defender seals, and I'll show you why. First job I'm going to do is just going to whip that door off, makes it easier to show you guys, and it makes it easier to fit. The door can get in the way a bit. You don't need any major special tools to do this, so make sure you've got a good standing knife. I've got a 4mm hole punch that will come in handy. You can use 3mm, or you could probably go up to 5, but 4mm does the job. So all you're going to need, that's all you're going to need for this really. Well, some contact adhesive if you want, that's pretty much optional, and some rivets, some closed cap rivets are the best ones because well, they're closed up, they don't leak through. So yeah, I'll pull this door off and I'll come back to you and we'll get this fitted. Right, now the door's off, the first thing I'm going to do is check that this is even going to fit. It'll not be the first thing that I've brought that's not been up to the job. Should be a bit of overhang really. Yeah, that's fine. That's going to fit. Yeah, the reason for doing this, let me lift you up a bit. The reason for doing this is the replacement seals that look genuine, should we say. No, you don't get genuine anything nowadays. Or they're quite expensive. They work out, here in the UK, they work out about £90 a door, whereas these are about £20 a piece. I've seen them for as cheap as £15. And no matter what brand you get, if you get one that says for the Defender stroke Series 3, it will be that, and it'll no doubt be the same manufacturer. Yeah, obviously make sure your old seal's off and out of the way. And the reason, I'll show you as well, let's bring you in a bit closer. I'll show you the problem if I can get you into focus somewhere. Let's go there. Right, I'll show you the problem with this seal. The problem is you've got this lip right on the edge, all the way round. It goes all the way around the door. And when you try and push that on, and sorry, it's really dark, I know you can't see. Let me move you back a bit. Expert cameraman here. Right, you have to open that up to go round that lip. So, hold on. So when you do that, get in focus. It never, I've probably picked the worst bit to do it on. It sticks out, so even when you're down here, it sticks out, and it never fits right. Never fits right. The door will never shut right, or anything. So what I'm going to do, yeah, it opens that right up, and it never hooks around properly. There's two ways you could do it. You could do it this way. Well, three ways you can use an original seal. You can do it this way, or you can trim the lip off the Land Rover, which is something that I don't particularly want to do. So you don't want to start butchering up your vehicle. So we're going to make some cuts with a Stanley knife, and what we're going to basically do is trim that bit off. But if you look, let me get the blade so I can see if I can get this on camera. If you look, there's one, focus. You can see a faint line there. That's the line you want to be cutting down. And you want to cut straight into it like that, not an angle. You want to be cutting straight into it. So you cut that line all the way down, and you'll feel it just clicking on the like metal ribs that are inside it. Right, so let's have a go at cutting this then, flat on the bench. Just take it slowly. I don't know if you can hear it on the camera clicking. That's as it's getting through them ribs there. And you go down the length of the whole thing with it. Take your time, it'll take you a couple of minutes. trying not to go all the way up to there. That's bad. Not bad, it's fixable, but if you veer off like that, that's not a problem. You can either trim it later with some scissors, or you can just come back and go down it like that. The sharp blade is vital for this, really. Remember, it's easier to trim a bit more off than it is to have a bit more on. Right, I'll finish just going down the edge of that. Right, once you've gone all the way around like that, I'll flip it over now so you can get into there. See, these are the little rib bits inside it that hold it all together. But now you need to open it up, and all this is a fairly simple bit. Hold it straight down, get your Stanley blade, and just run it all the way down the centre. These corner bits can be a bit tricky because it wants to try and kink over. If you do cut into it, you can repair these with like puncture repair glue. It's quite a good one. Right, this is where you find out if you've cut it right, because now what you should be able to do, if it's cut right, it's not quite cut all the way to the end, is make a mess. Oops, it went flying everywhere. Be a bit more careful on the corners. Make sure you've, because they're a bit tricky to get in there. So just make sure they're cut properly. Right, make sure you've got all them little metal tabs out. Does make a mess. Like trying to skin a snake. Another one there. Right, that's all them out. And that goes in the bin. Move that over there. Easy peasy. Right, I'll get this cleaned up. And then we'll mark up for getting it on. Right, before I get it ready to go on, you see that bit that's overhanging there, that needs cutting off. So it's, I'll see if I can get you in the view properly. So it's flush with where you've trimmed it down there. A pair of scissors does that nicely. I've got a really awesome pair of scissors somewhere, but I can't find them. So get in there as flush as you can with that, so you've got no overhang there. The smoother you can get that, the better your door seal's going to look. We start the other end because I'm right-handed, so yeah, the more of that you can trim back out the way, the more OEM the seal is going to look when it goes on there. So, same as most things, it's all about the prep. The more time you spend now, the better it looks in the better the finish looks. If you've cut a bit much on there as well, you can trim that back. But you see there, that's what I'm saying. It's you trim it in too far. When you're cutting it with the Stanley knife, you go in too far and you get that little sort of bit there. All you can do is try and trim the rest of it to make it look more normal. But it's not going to make that much difference down that bottom bit. I'll tidy that up in a minute on the bench. Right, I'll go around, trim all this off and come back to you. Right, there's one more, well, two more sort of modifications you need to make on these. If you feel down where the door latch goes, sort of on both sides of it, about the same height up, you'll feel it goes quite firm. There's a rubber sort of stopper bit inside there, so what you need to do is find out where that is there and slice into the back of the seal. To find the rubber. The door will not shut with this in, so, and then pull that out. That's how you know this isn't for a Series 3, because with that in, the door will not shut. No matter what you do, no matter how you put it on. And then that's that little slice. Make sure you go that way, not across that way. There, you could just dab a bit of puncture repair glue in there and it'll be fine. I fitted these on Land Rovers when I first found out how to do it. Well, I first sort of figured out how to do it probably 5 years ago, and that Land Rover is still going strong with the same seals on it. So probably gone a bit too far over there. Look where it's. Let me try that again. I'll glue that bit and I'll try this one up here. What I did is I did it in that groove there, and really you want to do it in the middle. Should be through. So just tease it out. You feel it has got a dab of glue on there holding it in. Oh yeah, bugger. That's the first time I've ever had one snap on me. First time ever. Right, I'm going to have to cut this whole thing out. I'll get the glue, punch repair glue on it. It's the first time I've ever had to do this. Normally they've always just pulled out fine. But you see where it's just glued in there, look. Glued in where there's a air vent hole. You sneaky bugger. That's it. That's pops. What you get is down the seal. You've got these little holes. They're to let air out as the seal squashes up, and it was glued in at one of them. So it's not a problem. I'll stick some punch repair glue on there, and we're good to go. Right, once you're happy with the fit of it, make sure it goes all the way down on the corners. I've just clipped it on with some pegs. Who's in there? Hello?
Your dad is in there.
Nobody's in here, it's me talking on the camera. Are you coming in?
Who's that?
Are you coming in? Filming? Right. Say hello.
Hello.
Right. Little monkey, aren't you? Yeah, you can, now if you wanted to, you could go around with the contact adhesive and glue it in there. You probably need a few more pegs. Or you can, if you're just gluing it in, you can leave the door on. Glue it. Have you dropped your crisps?
Yeah.
Oh dear. Well, don't eat them off the floor, little scruff. Right. You little nerd. What was I saying? Yeah, you can leave the door on. Glue it up. You probably just need a couple of pegs to hold it on. Glue it and then shut the door and leave the door for however long it needs. Oh, hello. What?
It has me, but you want the band on it hot.
It is hot. I'm all right, matey. I don't need the fan.
I had the band on yet, and when we were talking tea, and I do it, but I was so hot.
Oh, was you so hot and you used the fan?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Look at all the food around your face, you little scruff. Right, give us a squeezer. Give us a squeezer, and then, right. Love you. Go on then. Go and finish your lunch.
Okay.
That little boy. Never fails to make me smile, that kid. Right, what was I saying? Yeah, you can glue it round, shut the door, leave it for however long the glue stays, usually 24 hours or something before it's fully cured. Job done. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some rivets in, the original rivet holes. Not loads. I'll probably one round here, one or two down there, sort of down the bottom, in the middle, and round, probably 2 or 3 on the top, and then use a bit of contact adhesive in between just to hold it. But you can see if you trim that edge right, it sits right up against that perfectly. And once you get it in there, you might be able to go around with a standing knife if need be, and trim it to fit. But that, when it's all fastened on, will look like a factory seal. Right, I'll get you on the mount and then I'll show you how I rivet it in. Right guys, so what I've got is my little 4mm hole punch and some close cap rivets. They obviously just stop any chance of any water getting through and out the other side. And what I need to do is roughly line up where the hole is as accurate as you can by eye, and straight in. See how that's coming up on the camera. Make sure it's when you do that, that's where you want it to be. Sort of how flat you want that to be on there. Its final resting place, should we say. And if you're any good, you'll get it straight through the hole like that. And what you're left with is that little hole there, which, if you look, the seal has holes in it anyway for vents, so that's not a big problem at all. Get your rivet, push that through, straight through the other side, look. Then I'll try and do this as best I can. Sort of stretch that hole around like that. Rivet through. Where's my riveter? Push that on. Make sure you're happy with everything where it all is, and that's it. Job done. what it'll do is it'll stretch the rubber slightly round it, and then that'll all come back to shape eventually. Hello, mate. What's the matter? Back again.
Mum, the ant on there. Mum, the ant on her. Mum, the ant on her.
Mum's got ants on her.
Yeah.
Oh dear. That's bad.
Yeah. The ant nest in the mud.
Is there?
Yeah.
Oh my word. Well, why don't you go and help Mummy?
But I don't need help at there. So I had it on the side of spinning chair what you want.
A what?
Dad.
Spinning chair?
Yeah. George.
What spinning chair?
You're what tired.
Oh, that little white chair.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, don't worry about that. Let's leave that outside. That's fine. See you in a bit.
Yeah.
Bye. He's brilliant. He's absolutely brilliant. Yeah, can you see where it's just tucked in there? That will spring back to shape over time. There, just put one more in. Put one more in. Where's me twatting stick? It's there. Have we got you on view? Yeah, we got you. I'll put another one in, and then where are we? Down here. Actually, so what I'm going to do is put a couple in, and then contact adhesive in between. That's that. Rivet. Find the hole on the other side of it somewhere. There we go. See how it just pushes through. Like I said, the first time I did one of these, it was 5 years ago, and the seals are still going strong now. So make sure that's in the hole, and there we go. Right, a quick trick to do as well. If when you're riveting, let me move the camera so you can see this bit. Let's go there, look, that'll be easier. When you're riveting next to your paintwork, bear with me, let me go and find it. I had a bit of rubber, but this will do the job. So it's easier. When you're riveting next to your paintwork, put a bit of cardboard in between the rivet gun and there, because you're that close to the paint. If it jumps, you can quite easily just take a big chunk out of your paint. So, right, so what I'll do, I've put two up there, I'll put some contact adhesive in between, I'll put another one down there, probably one there, and again contact adhesive. Same on this side, one, might even put one in the middle somewhere, one there, on the stress points where it's where it needs it most, so that's going to hold it back there. Probably one down there somewhere, one at the top, there and there, either side of the corner. Same on that side, either side of the corner, probably one in the middle, and contact adhesive in between. So yeah, I'll get them done, and we'll see how it looks. So the door's back on. You can see the fit of the door. That just wants, this hasn't been glued back yet. Obviously I put the door on just to test fit it before I glue it, and you can see where it just comes out all the way up. So if I hold the door shut, you see where I've caught it a bit more there. What I realised was I like to use the rivet gun, the about 60 psi, but it was up to 100 psi. That's why it was pulling the seal in just that little bit too far. And this side just wants gluing. Obviously this isn't fastened up or anything yet there between the rivets, but let's open it up and have a look. Yeah, and that's it. Fits. Haven't got the latch on yet, so you can see without a problem. I'm not having to put much pressure on there. The door wants adjusting again a little bit now I've had it off, but yeah, there's not much. I'm not I'm not putting much pressure on that to hold it, but yet the seal is flush up against the door there, which is what you want. The new seals, they're terrible. Even if you get, is that it there? Wait there a second. No, that's not it. That's not it. That's part of that seal that goes up there. Right, let me find the seals that you get nowadays. Right, yeah, these are the seals that came off there. Sorry about the fading light. I can't do anything about it on this phone I'm filming on. But these are the original type of seals that come off of there. And you can see how soft they are. That's how soft you want your seals to be, really. But inside, the metal bit that goes through the middle of it rots out, and inevitably it falls off. And Land Rovers aren't exactly weather tight anyway, so yeah, he's slightly less weather tight. But yeah, these are the replacements for it. Now you can straight away see, if I can get the light to, there we go, that this one sticks up a lot more there. Obviously this one's been squashed together over years. That is so stiff. This one's for across the bottom of the door, across the sill. You can't shut the door. You literally cannot shut the door with it on. And this one, I brought this last year. I think I mentioned this in an earlier video. I brought this last year and it's been in the shed. In a bag. The bag was opened, but it was still in the bag nevertheless. It's never been out in the weather. And you can, I don't know if you'll catch it there. I might see better that side. The strip inside started rusting already. So yeah, they're no good. They're crap. So you eliminate that. But you can see, this is the seal. This is the seal I've already trimmed down for the other side. You can see how soft it is, and how hard that is. And it's basically the same seal that goes all the way around. I think they come over a little bit more, but the new ones, they're crap. They are crap. These are softer, they're cheaper, and you can fit them on just by, you don't have to rivet them on, you can fit them on just with some contact adhesive or something like that. You'll probably need to make sure your door shuts up tight so it can hold it in place while the glue sets, or get loads of pegs and clips and stuff like that. You can just use ordinary household pegs to hold it on, really. Don't need anything special. Or you can go around like I did and rivet it on. Whatever suits you, basically. And it's, if all you've got is a budget, if you're after absolute concourse looking as it came out of the factory, then yeah, you might want to spend £90 per door on the original type seals, and mess around and get them to shut properly. Or you can spend, let's smash that face, £20 a door, because it's the same process for the back door as well. Wow, that'll do it the world of good, that will, won't it? It just popped straight out my mount there. Wow, it's not cracked the screen though. Well, that's good. Right, let me flick the camera around, I'll show you the back door as well. Right, so that's done. That's just wants the door levelling up now. And it's the same around the back, look. So you've got one piece all the way around. Normally there's a join there. You've got one piece all the way around. This is just slotted in actually, it's not actually riveted on yet. This side is, sorry, yeah, this side there. So I'll put some, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around all the doors at the same time with the contact adhesive, so going through brushes. So yeah, that's it. Next job on this is get all the glass in. I'm going to get all the glass in, then add the headlining. I've already started on the headlining. Get all the glass in, then the interior can go in, which I can't wait to do, more than anything because it's clogging my house up. And then the only thing left there really is a wiring loom, final fit on stuff. I've got to go over the whole vehicle now with the spanners, double checking everything. The suspension's not tightened up yet. That's always one of the last things to get tightened up. Get the weight on it, get it to settle down, then tighten it up. What was I saying? Yeah, wiring loom, windows, interior, wiring loom that I'm still waiting for. Test drive. It'll be about ready to go then. Happy days. I forgot to mention, so I'll splice this bit into the video somewhere. Get that door to stay open. Move that out of the way. It's the same process for the bottom seal. What I'll do, you can see where it's riveted on there. The riveter turned up a bit too, the pressure turned up a bit too high again, so I might redo that. What I always do is I order an extra seal, an extra door seal. So I order 4, and I trim one down and cut one up to go across the bottom of the door there, rather than using the other the ones that obviously don't fit, like I said. So yeah, nice and simple thing. It does look, I will redo that one with the riveter on a bit less pressure. You don't need it that high a pressure on these because it's only a rubber seal. It doesn't need to be squashed up that much. So yeah, well, just thought I'd put that in there for you, mention that. It's the same all the way around on the back door as well. Across the bottom there. Alright, as always, thanks for watching in my slightly sweaty garage. It's a bit warm in here. I'll get that door open in a minute. Yeah, as Jensen pointed out, it is really warm in here. Don't forget, like, subscribe. I'm on Instagram. If you want to chat, Instagram's probably the best place to get hold of me. CSM _ retro _ restorations, or just CSM retro restorations, you'll find it. And yeah, look forward to seeing you soon. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye bye.